JJ the CPA here. Hope you're doing well. So for those that pay quarterly estimated tax payments for federal taxes, the third quarter estimated tax payment due date is coming up. It is September 15th. So you need to get your check in on or before that date. If you pay estimated tax payments to your state, most have the same correlating due date. So you'll want to check into that. If this is new to you, you're not sure what I'm talking about, most likely it may not apply to you. You can check with your tax professional. This doesn't have anything to do with payroll taxes. This is related to individual taxes. And in a nutshell, the IRS indicates that if you are looking to owe more than $1,000 come tax time, then you need to review and determine if you need to pay in estimated tax payments. Now, if you pay in taxes, in essence, through your withholdings from wages, this would be a good time for you to double check that you are in line, if you will. No reason to get a big refund, and you definitely don't want to owe. In the body of this video, I'll give you a link to a really handy page on the IRS website where you are able to, in essence, enter in some fairly basic information, and it will help estimate what your tax is for 2021. It can be used whether you're an employee or not. Now, for employees, it'll go one step further to help you determine maybe what your withholdings should be, but it is super handy, and it will be better than nothing in terms of your estimate. Or better yet, if you have a tax professional, check with them. You can send a year-to-date pay stub. For small business owners, remember that if you have a flow-through entity, a Form 1065 or 1120S that produces a Schedule K-1, and you are, in essence, then paying tax on that, then you should at least take a gander at how the year looks so far. Maybe get the little bit of a crystal ball out. What do you think the rest of the year is going to look like, so that you can have a decent determination of what your taxable income is going to be. For the self-employed that file Schedule C or Schedule F, remember, on your net income, it is subject to self-employment tax, which is in addition to regular taxes. That's a 15.3% tax up to certain dollar amounts. Trying to keep the video quick, so I'm not going to go through every single solitary detail. If you sold a lot of stock this year, or you had a big one-time transaction that has a tax effect, then again, be checking with your tax professional and make sure that, if need be, you're paying in estimated tax payments. The fourth quarter, as a FYI, is due January 15th of 2022 for 2021. Again, state due dates may be different, but check with that as well. The one thing to note is that if you don't pay in your estimated tax payments properly or on time, or enough, if you will, then there is an underpayment penalty. And it's not a straightforward penalty, but in essence, it can come out to basically be around 5%. Check with your tax professional on that. There's two methods to determine if you can follow a safe harbor in determining your estimated tax payments that would be coming due. Safe harbor option number one is that you look to your prior year tax and make sure that you're at least paying that throughout 2021 evenly. So there's a line item on your individual tax return, and it says total tax. In fact, it's in bold. And so just make sure that through withholdings and estimated tax payments, that's getting paid evenly throughout 2021. Now, if you have adjusted gross income over certain dollar amounts, $150,000, then you have to add 10% to your tax. Again, I don't want to get too down into the minutia, because you really should be checking with your tax professional. But then the second option for the safe harbor is that you can pay whatever the estimated tax is for 2021, meaning if 2020's tax is high and 2021's tax is going to be lower, then the second option for safe harbor is to pay then what you're expecting for 2021. Again, it all comes to a reconciliation on your tax return come filing time. The IRS is not sitting around wondering if you should or shouldn't pay an estimated tax payment. If you don't owe, then of course you're not mailing anything in. All right, again, that's a nutshell. Get with your tax professional. Make sure you're not missing the September 15th deadline for estimated tax payments for year 2021. All right. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I'd love it if you'd subscribe. And then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me. Have a great one.